All right. Yo, hey there, guys. My name's Nivy. This is Too Much Free Time FM, where this Malaysian lad talks about the things he likes. Today, we have a guest. For all the way from America, this is Boner. All right, our very dear friend. He has been
Yo,
on the podcast for 3 times. I can't believe it.
oh my God,
Oh my god! And
it's
right on
crazy.
time. This month is the first year anniversary of Too Much Free Time. So we're gonna be having a fun
Oh,
time talking
nice.
about a specific topic. I don't know how much you have experience with in terms of this topic. Obviously, in Malaysia, there's tons of this street food. This week's episode, we're going to be talking about street food, or in America's case, as you told me, street food is not as common or similar to the Southeast Asian experience or even the Asian experience as a whole. So,
Right,
in a sense,
right.
the counterpart to me would be like something like a state fair or something like that. So we'll be discussing
Yeah,
we'll go through
yeah.
lists of food that consider as those types of categories. And if we have some thoughts or these are like types of foods that we really, really want to try someday, we're gonna talk about it. All right.
I propose we start with American like fair foods or street foods because there's not that much. Let's just get that out of the way. I want to hear more about the Malaysian street food because I always see that shit and I'm like, damn that. I one day would like to just go down one of these like streets and just I'm a very food type of person. I love food. I would get like everything. I would just go from one, turn around, go to the one behind, turn around, go diagonally to the next one.
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly why I had to talk to you with this topic in mind. So as we start, as per usual, you already cracked your drink. I'm gonna crack mine on mic
Oh,
right now.
I'm cracking it now. Look, I'm cracking it now.
Sure. Cheers, man.
Mm. Cheers, cheers.
So I'm gonna put my drink on this banana coaster here. All right, this is a shandy. Today, but my friend Boner here is doesn't drink alcoholic drinks recently. I will drink a very low alcoholic drink. All right, I do have a normal drink here, but I'm like, nah, this is the first drink. This is gonna be a long recording. I feel like it'll be a long recording. All right,
Okay.
just
Oh
saying.
yeah,
This
that's
is
all
a
good. It's
proven
all good.
pattern with boners. All right, so we're gonna start off with state foods first. This is where I would be more interested in because I feel like state foods, especially American state foods, are known to be very, very highly fried foods, cholesterol high, blah blah blah. Everything is like, holy shit, that feels like heartburn, but I want that. I want to kill myself for it. That type of vibe. So we'll go through this list. This list is the top 30 state foods, state fair foods you need to try. This is on Insanely Good, the website. So we're gonna go through a little bit. If you have any thoughts, I will go through. Um, Obviously, I think
Well, wait, hold on. Let me just say before we get into the state fair foods, there is a little bit of how to say there is street food, so to say.
hmm,
There isn't a lot, but um, for example, the first one that comes to mind to me as street food in the States is, you know, I'm not sure how it is in other states across the US, but at least where I'm from, in the city, there is usually a food truck. So they have like this big truck and it's got like these panels on the side and they open it up to like display drinks and foods. But the thing is, most of the time, it's Mexican food, right? So they got like
yeah.
tacos, burritos, tortas, enchiladas. They got a whole bunch of like Mexican foods. Then they also have sometimes like pizza and stuff. And honestly, the quality of that food depends on when you get it, right? So when you like, for example, when I was working in the city, like early in the morning, I was at a job and we would see this food truck pull up, right? Like we're talking 7, 9 in the morning ish. That's when you want to get the food because they wake up early, they prepare all that stuff at like 4 or 5 in the morning, and then they start driving around trying to sell it. So when you get it fresh, when you get it early, is good, right? Don't get me wrong. I'll fuck with those tacos, those truck tacos. Ooh. um, but the thing is, if you get it like later during the day, you can absolutely tell that it's not as good because that shit's been sitting in that truck for many hours, and not every single one has like a cooling or heating unit. They just kind of make the food and they just put it in the truck and they just drive around. So when you get it like later, like 5 6 p.m., you could definitely tell that it's a little bit like stale, I guess. You know, the meat is like chewier, everything's sometimes cold. But so that's like, talking about street food, I would say that's probably the biggest one from my area. We don't really have kind of vendors with, like, you can kind of see in the picture of your desktop. We don't really have kind of these booths where people are just selling different kinds of foods. Mostly it's, you go to like a restaurant, you go to like a hole in the wall kind of cookery kitchen area where they make stuff, like pizzerias, whatever. But we don't really have those kind of booths, which is unfortunate. I would like to see that, but I mean, Americans already eat enough anyway, so it's not like we need to promote food even more, you know what I'm saying? um but yeah, pretty much that's the one and only time that I can think about like street food. Um, I do have. I don't know if I can say this. This is. You want to hear an interesting story?
What? Come throw it at me, bro.
This might not. I don't know. Maybe this won't be weird for you, but as an American, this is kind of weird. So one day, I was at a job site. We were working and stuff, and we go out for lunch, right? It's 12 o'clock, it's lunchtime, and I'm like, I wonder what's nearby. And I'm smelling, I'm like, something's being roasted somewhere, some kind of like barbecue or something. And we go outside of the job site, and it's me, my boss, and my coworker. We look across the street, and there was a dude selling roasted squirrels on a stick for $1 a piece. And
Ah.
I shit you not, this was like the jankiest little barbecue. Like, there was barely any flame going. The squirrels had hair on them still, that like the fur. Like, it was just like legit. The dude just caught a squirrel or had some kind of squirrel trap, fucking skewered it, and like just put it on the grill like that. And he was selling it on the street. I mean, technically that's street food, but I don't think anybody was buying it. So that was an interesting experience.
That would be the same energy as somebody just freaking getting fruit off the tree and be like, "Damn, bro, this is my lemonade." Same energy, bro. Same energy.
But like eating I don't know, man. So out of curiosity, I looked it up actually when I got home. You apparently can eat a squirrel. If you cook it to the correct temperature, you defur it, whatever. You can eat squirrel meat. And I was like, I mean, I guess it's an animal, right? It's muscle and stuff. I guess you can eat it, but it's just that concept of eating a squirrel is so weird, especially to Americans, because it's not something we really do here.
You just haven't seen enough, bro. I'm sure. Well, I understand why in America that concept would be weird. To be fair, I think in most Asian cultures, it's more of a anything can be delicious depending on how you prepare it. But obviously, some are more culturally accepted and some are not. Obviously, if you go to like a Middle
Right.
Eastern area, you will never see pork. You go to India, you won't see beef, stuff like that. So it really depends, to be
Right.
honest.
Right.
I think squirrel is still reasonable. Personally, I
Hmm.
think it's still reasonable.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
you know.
No, no. I mean, I feel like if I caught a squirrel, I properly, took all the fur off and like kind of, I don't know what the right term is, like deboned it and like, skinned it, whatever, just prepared it, right? If I did it myself and then I roasted it and I made sure everything was okay, I would probably eat it. I would probably eat it just to try, because you can't hate on something unless you try it.
Yes.
But I'm not eating no dollar fucking barbecued squirrel off the streets from some dude who. I'm good. I'm good.
You ain't eating some squirrel off some
It just
dude off the
sounds like,
streets.
yeah, straight to the hospital afterwards.
Immediately on the toilet, man.
Uh,
Goddamn.
yeah. But yeah, so street foods, I mean, honestly, that's pretty much it, just like taco trucks. um but when it comes to state fair foods, um there's a few. I haven't been personally to many state fairs. I think I probably maybe went like once or twice when I was a kid. My mom just took me just because there was like small attractions and stuff and bouncy houses. I probably been to probably like one or two in my life when I was a kid.
Mm.
Um, but I actually see on this list funnel cakes. Funnel cakes are fire. Okay, I didn't have one from a state fair, but I'm sure you're familiar with Six Flags Great America,
Mm-hmm.
right? The amusement park, one of the biggest ones in the states. Um, that was the first place that I encountered funnel cakes. I remember I was with a buddy and we were, going on all the rides and stuff. And I was like, shit, I'm hungry. So we went to the first place that we saw, which was this funnel cake bakery or whatever it was called. Um, and I'm like, shit, what's a funnel cake? Let me try it. And I don't really know how to describe it. I think what is it even? It's just dough. It's just stringy dough. To I guess make it more airy. And they put like powdered sugar on it, and you could put like strawberries. And I remember I got it and I was like, this is so good. This is literally just carbs and sugar and fuck yeah, I love America.
Yo.
but but it was like fucking it was like $20 for
Oh.
like this little ass disc of funnel cake. I mean, obviously it was Six Flags, but yeah, funnel cakes pretty fire. Pretty fire.
That should have just cost them like
Yeah,
$2 to make, bro. They charge 20. What the fuck,
yeah. I mean, that's how it works in America.
bro? I can get like 8 meals, 8 full meals with that in Malaysia, bro. What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. The price of food here is expensive. It's gotten even more expensive lately. Everything's way too much money. I remember, not even street food, but like, I remember just going to Taco Bell, getting like a regular taco for like $1, and now it's like almost $3. Like, what the fuck?
True.
Yeah, stuff has gotten expensive here.
The one that caught
Okay,
my
let's see the
eye.
next.
I mean, we won't go one by one. It might take too long. But we'll just scroll through and look at stuff that we see interest. I personally really like churros. Um, I don't know, number 4,
Oh,
churros. I love churros, man. Churros is basically in Malaysia. There's tons of this type of dough, deep fried sugar. Donuts. Here we got something called chakoy, which
okay.
is the Chinese version, quote unquote Chinese version of donuts. We have churros, which is pretty much the
Okay.
Spanish slash Mexican version, in my opinion, of donuts. I just really enjoy the nice crispiness when it's freshly deep fried. Churros has a nice sweetness, and especially with the dip, depending on the dip, oh shit, churros can be really fucking good. Not gonna lie.
Listen, you ever do you know what horchata is?
No.
It's like I think it's horchata. It's
Mm-mm.
basically like a Mexican rice water drink.
Rice water.
It's like, I mean, it's good. It's rice and like creamy flavored water, and it's got like cinnamon and stuff. But what I used to do is I would take churros, right? I would bite off each of the ends, so you have that, hole in the middle, and then you would get a horchata, and you would drink the horchata through the churro. And then by the time you're done with the horchata and you start eating the churro, the inside's like nice and soft, right? Because the drink was going through there. Oh my god, that's a banger combo right there. That's some good stuff.
True, I can see why. Yeah, wouldn't mind trying that. God damn.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever heard of horchata, right? No, it's
Horchata,
mostly
no. I don't think I've seen
yeah.
horchata before.
If you get a chance, you should try it.
Yeah, definitely. Man, using it like a straw, that's the ingenious thinking right there. What the hell?
Yeah, that's Giga Brain right there.
For real?
Well, the traditional way, I'm pretty sure, to drink horchata is to have a cinnamon stick, right? Like a cinnamon stick, and it's got like the curled loops on both sides. So you basically use a cinnamon stick to do that. And I was like, wait, but what if churro?
Damn. Let's go. Yeah. Truly. It's like, oh, this and this looks similar. What if?
What if?
What if we just put them together? Let's go.
Yep.
The next one.
Was there any other
deep-fried
ones that
Oreos?
caught your eye?
Deep fried Oreos and Mars bars. What the
Deep-fried.
fuck? No, basically, in my opinion, when I
Listen.
look at this, what do I think? It's like, let me just get this super cheap ingredient, comparatively, right? Super cheap ingredient I can get off a supermarket, and just deep fry it and charge it more. Charge it tons of money. Let's go.
I mean, shit. People will eat anything deep fried.
True. That's
This
why
is
we have
America.
heartburn. This is how you
Yeah,
get heartburn,
right?
for real.
No, I mean, I see deep fried Mars bars and deep fried Oreos. Personally, I have never encountered these before. Would I try one if I did? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, America.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
See, you ever have a deep fried burger? Let's go.
Deep fried burgers are kind of fucking nuts, not gonna lie. What the hell?
Yeah.
It's like I feel like their brains, a lot of them are like, this is really fucking good. What if I just deep fry it? God damn, bro.
That makes it even better, man. What?
Surely.
There was a picture I saw that was like it was like a donut that was cut in half, like a glazed donut cut in half. You reverse the sides, and inside of there was like a burger patty, and on top of that was pizza toppings. And then you put it, basically the donut, you put the donut, on the top and bottom. So you have a donut burger pizza, and then you also deep fry it.
So it's two actual donuts.
No, it's one donut sliced in half, and then
so it's
just used
practically
as
like a bagel.
bun. Yeah, pretty much. But it's a donut, not a bagel, because a bagel would be healthier.
So basically, it's a donut sandwich burger thing, you know?
Yeah, donut sandwich, pizza, burger, deep fried. Yeah,
Oh, even
all in
deep fried.
one.
Oh, of course, it's deep
Yeah,
fried.
even deep fried.
Everything's deep
Yeah,
fried.
of course it's
Oh
deep fried.
my god, the donut was deep fried to begin with.
Yeah, but you gotta deep fry it more.
Oh my god, you need to get that good old crust, and then that one guy on TikTok like scraping the knife on it and everything.
Yep.
Of course, goddamn, of course. That guy, you're all so big brain, man. You're all so big brain.
What can we say? We love our grease.
Oh man, it's either sugar or grease. You gotta love them.
Yep.
I see here bacon wrapped corn on the cob, number 12. Bacon wrap. What the fuck? Corn on the cob is already fucking good, bro. And then
Okay.
you put bacon on it? The hell?
So I haven't had these from like any place, but my mom has actually made them before, and I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty damn good. I mean, like you said, corn itself is good, right? You cook the corn and you just eat it normally. You put some butter on it, right? Maybe a little bit of sugar, you sweeten it up, or some spice or something. You could top it with anything, right? But corn itself is already good. But if you wrap bacon around it and then cook it,
Which type of bacon, though?
man, what?
Which type of bacon? My thought of bacon is the savory type, but there are like some like what maple glazed bacon and stuff like that. I don't know if that works better.
I mean, honestly, any type of bacon. It's just the fact is like the bacon juices flow into the corn. So when you're biting the corn, right, you got bacon juice in there.
Goddamn, bro.
Yeah, bro, American food be wildin'.
I mean, this still goes on the pattern of adding grease to anything, you know. Bacon. I can't understand the obsession on social media with bacon, especially in terms of content made by Americans. Bacon is on every. Remember back in the day when Epic Mealtime was super big, and then bacon was on fucking everything.
I remember that.
Bacon was on everything. God damn, bro. I'm like, what is the
Yeah.
addiction in bacon?
Bro, every episode of that I watched, I was just drooling, bro. Are you kidding me?
I
was like, man, that bacon, that triple layered bacon meatloaf with more bacon on top, topped by another meatloaf and another 5 layers of bacon, all wrapped in bacon. I'm like, damn, bro, like, where do I go?
Where do I get that?
want some.
Goddamn, bro.
Pretty much.
Seriously. Next thing I see is fried mac and cheese balls. Of course. Deep fried again. Let's go. Mac and cheese. You know what?
I mean, it's gotta be.
What makes mac and cheese the classic childhood dish? Is it a classic childhood dish? Is it considered that?
Well, a lot of people really like it, and I'm pretty sure that's because mac and cheese was a very easy and quick thing to cook up, because it's just like, it takes like 10 minutes to make it, right? Just maybe a little bit of milk is all you need, right? And that's it. And every household had just milk, right? And a pot. And kids would love it because it's, the cheese that they had, it's just cheese. Cheese is fucking awesome. It's good. It's gooey. It's warm, A lot of people were eating it when they were kids just because it was a very like cheap and available option. So I'm pretty sure because of eating it as kids, a lot of people still do like it as adults. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I still eat mac and cheese. I've had flaming hot Cheetos flavored mac and cheese. And I'll tell you, it tasted so good. But my stomach was not happy after eating it. It definitely was not. But it tasted good for the moment, It's like you was eating it, gave you a little hit of dopamine. You're like, oh yeah, this is so good. And then you then you just cry later on the toilet.
To quote Uncle Roger, why so weak?
Why so weak?
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, if you eat something kind of off, it's like, damn, this is good, but fuck, I need to go to the toilet right now. What the hell? Why so weak? Goddamn.
But the what is it? The fried mac and cheese balls I've actually never had. That's something that I probably want to try. Because that looks good. I mean, mac and cheese is already good. Deep frying it in the balls,
Man, that's just the constant formula for good state fair foods.
Yep.
Shit you
Yep.
like, deep fry it. It will probably work out.
Yep. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if people have just deep fried a stick of butter. You know,
I actually seen
Just-
that. I actually
just-
seen that. I think it was like Texas State Fair or something like that.
I mean, yeah, that sounds about right. Just a stick of butter and you deep fry it. And boom.
Yeah, they were like, fat is
Amazing.
flavor, you know? So what if the whole thing was
I mean,
fat?
I mean, they're right though.
They're right, though.
That's where the most flavor is.
Oh my god, this is scientifically accurate. For real, man. What the heck? It's either that or desserts. Like, okay, scrolling down, I see nachos, pretty classic, 22. And I think I would
Yeah.
love to try. I don't find this enough. Was loaded waffle fries. I really want to try more loaded waffle fries. Number 23.
Ooh. Okay. Waffle fries. Waffle fries are pretty good, but I have to say my favorite waffle fries are from Chick-fil-A. They have pretty good fucking waffle fries. And the sauce that they have, like, you can either get the Chick-fil-A sauce or the Polynesian sauce, but man, they make some good waffle fries. Loaded waffle fries, I mean, that's pretty common in most American food chains, like, you know, places that sell pizza, gyros, hot dogs, you know, Italian beefs and stuff. They usually have an option where it's just like not waffle fries, but like regular fries, and they just throw everything on there, just sour cream, salsa, you know, green onions, right? Most places do have like a loaded fries option. So yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, more food on food, right? It's just fries, but with a little bit of extra.
Yeah, just extra anything, you know?
Yep.
All the recipes in my head is just addition. What if we add this? What if we do this? And it just works, I guess. It works. Ooh, shredded pork sliders number 29 and cheese curds. Deep fried cheese curds. Okay, this is probably the last. Unless you scroll through and saw something, but this is the last two things on this list, and I'm like, ooh, those two. Ooh, I want to try that. Ooh, shredded pork sliders.
Okay, so let me explain here a little bit. Shredded pork sliders, I mean, pretty much just shredded pork sandwiches are really good, right? Sliders, super awesome because they're tiny, they're bite size, right? For some people, right? With big mouths, right? Like me, I could literally eat a slider in one bite. So they're convenient because they're small, right? But just the concept of a shredded pork sandwich is so good because just that feeling of like when you're pulling away and you just see all these little pieces of shredded meat and you can taste each piece individually. Oh, it's a good feeling. And then what some places do is they actually have like shredded barbecue pork and they put coleslaw on it. You know what coleslaw is?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that kind of mixture of the like the creamy milk based coleslaw in combination with like a barbecue meat, bro, that combination is fire, straight up fire. It is so good. I remember there was this one place that sold like that shredded barbecue pork sandwich, and when we were working on a job close to it, we would get it literally every single day we were there for lunch. Like we worked there for maybe a month and a half. Every single day, I shit you not, we went to that place, me and my coworkers, and we all got the fucking same sandwich every single day, and we never got tired of it. It was so good. And then unfortunately, we come back like 3 months after we finished the job, and the place closed down, bro. I was devastated. I was like, this shit, it was just so good. Why? What happened? It was always so busy too, which surprised me as to like why they closed down. But, oh well.
Shit just
I'll
happens.
have to find a new spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, you know this good place, and then when you go back, wow, it's just gone. Why? Never explain.
Yeah. And then the cheese curds. Well, shit. I mean, that's just cheese that's deep fried. Let's go.
Let's go.
Can't go wrong with that. That's just the macaroni deep fried, but less work. So you're like, fuck the pasta. Just take the cheese and put it in the deep fryer. Less work, more delicious. You know, at this point, I'm not even surprised that no, I'm sorry. At this point, I am surprised that people aren't just selling just like a cup of grease, like a cup of grease for $1. You can just sip on it like a beer, you know?
You know, you'd be like, bacon fat on sale right now, $1 each.
Yeah, and they would sprinkle it with some like just sugar. They would just not even like brown sugar or anything, like no natural, just straight up just sugar sprinkled on bacon grease. Bro, I no joke, that shit would probably sell. I'm not even kidding. That shit would sell, like little cups of it. Actually, one second. Actually, there's one that I see here that we didn't talk about, which I'm a big fan of, and I know a lot of people are a fan of. You probably saw it was the candied apples. Do you know what those are?
Yeah, candy. I mean, I haven't eaten a single one. I don't really think of it as much. But candy apples, yeah.
Okay. Oh, you guys have them, right?
Not as common, but I do agree. Especially, okay, let's say for example, in Malaysia, we really enjoy Japanese culture. Like literally, just last month, there was this whole Bon Odori, which is literally a Japanese summer festival type of thing where everybody does like traditional dances and stuff.
Okay.
I'm sure that is probably sold there. I just didn't go, but I'm telling you, that's probably there.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm not even pretty sure, but I've definitely seen candied apples in like anime before, and I'm not sure where it originated from. I want to say probably the Americas is where it originated from. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, you can't go wrong with a candied apple, man, because first of all, this is legitimately the healthiest type of state fair food that you can get, right? I don't think there's anything healthier than an apple covered in a fucking huge layer of caramel, okay?
Well, in comparison to the competition, no shit.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's not deep fried, so that's a huge health bonus, right? It is an apple, which apples are generally healthy. but then you do have like 2 days worth of sugar in the caramel, and even if you have extra toppings, that's just more sugar. So it's but it is, I would say, probably the healthiest snack that you could get at a state fair. And also they
Damn.
taste really good. They're just good in general.
Mm-mm. We'll see. We'll see. I'll try one if I ever see it. Gotta get my own
Yeah,
opinion on
yeah.
it. All right. So the second part, Malaysian street food. Now I'm sure Boner has more novelty in this part, so we'll go through this one. I don't know how if you've seen any of this or you heard of any of these. You just let me know. Because Malaysian street food is so fun to watch. Like genuinely, literally outside of my workplace, every Friday evening, there's just a whole row of street vendors just selling food every single week. I have to go there every
I'm
single week to get it.
jealous.
Yeah, for real, right? Like sometimes, even if like for my previous workplaces where there is no street vendors, I see a street vendor, I see a street market, I will fucking stop there before going home every fucking time. Every time. Just default,
That's how they get you. That's how they get you. They're on the way from home to work or from work to home.
Yeah, definitely. So that's just what goes. I think that's just how it is. Definitely in a lot of East Asian countries, you can definitely find tons of this stuff. So we'll go down the list. Penang
Okay.
Asam
Okay.
Laksa. Laksa, I don't know if you ever tried it. If Apple was here, she would definitely tell you
No,
like
this is a
laksa
new
is
one for me.
amazing. Apple will tell you this. Apple's not here, but Apple will definitely tell you laksa is one of her favorite stuff. Um, Laksa is basically a noodle dish where it's so flavorful depending on the place you eat it. You have different variances of spice levels, right? Because they put chilies
Hmm.
and everything. But the whole thing is like the noodles are thick and chewy, a little similar to udon if you know udon, but it's not the same exact noodle.
Yeah.
And the thing about like Asian noodles, there's just so many types of noodles, right? Like for example, if you count the Western side, pasta, there's so many types, but people's brains always think of spaghetti, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, similar here, rice
Yeah.
noodles. But rice noodles have many types as well. So if you have to come here, eat a hot bowl of soup noodles, this is one of your best options. There's probably more down there, but I'm telling you, the first thing we see here, it's already pretty good. I'm telling you, it's already fucking nuts, bro.
Well, hold on. I got a question for you because I'm looking at the picture of it. It looks super good. But one thing that came up to me was, does it ever feel like any of these like Malaysian street foods have too many flavors in a dish? You know what I mean? Where it's like
I
when
have
you eat
never
it,
heard
yeah,
anybody
it's
say
good,
that.
it's super tasty. But like the way I see it is, you don't want to mix too many things into one, right? Because then your taste buds are confused with all the different flavors. Even though they can be super, super good each individually, isn't there wouldn't you say that there's probably a point where there's too much in a single dish when, I guess, when it comes to the Malaysian foods?
Okay. Let me give you my thoughts on that one. I think that's a very interesting thought. Nobody here ever said that before because people here will eat this and still add more like condiments, like chilies and spice like that. So I'm saying here, I've never heard that thought, but I can explain.
Okay.
One is because I think Asian cuisine, there's always one main character and everything else is a supporting character. Instead of two main characters literally being fused together, from what I see from the state fair, right? Each thing is
Right.
a main food, but you slap them together and oh shit, that's somehow really good. In let's say like this asam laksa, everything comes together to make the main thing, which is usually the protein and the carbs. In this case, the rice noodles, they just taste really good. And veggies is just the third part. Depending
Okay.
on the laksa, you don't even have to eat the veggies. I don't because the veggies here is not the one I
Right.
would
Right.
usually get. But the noodles, ooh, I just slurp them out. Shit, I want more, bro. And then if there's meat, oh shit, I want more, bro. Like, really depends. I'm telling you, that's how I view Asian cuisine comparison as what you just mentioned, which is there's always
Right.
a more singular main character. It's just more balance between the protein, the carbs, and the vegetables, and then everything else is to enhance that up. That's how I feel about it.
You know what food comes to mind now that I said that is you know the Japanese, I'm gonna probably butcher this, okonomiyaki, I think.
Okonomiyaki.
You know, the like the cabbage pancakes,
Yeah.
right? So that pretty much in its bare bones is mostly cabbage, right? Which is good. But what, like you were saying, you add a whole bunch of different like side characters to that to make that cabbage taste better. 'Cause let's be real, cabbage itself isn't really too great of a flavor. It's okay.
Yeah.
But on okonomiyakis, you put like 50 different toppings on it. You got the what is it,
you have like bonito flakes, maybe some meat like bacon, and some sauces.
Yeah, Kewpie mayonnaise. Yeah, you got the okonomiyaki sauce. You got like 50 different toppings that you put on there, and then when you bite into it, it does enhance that cabbage flavor. But yeah, I guess that's one of the things that's like, it does have a lot of different stuff, but even then, it's still good.
Yeah. When I see Asian cuisine, it's about one centralizing thing, about that thing that makes it very appealing. Right. Like when you mention candied apples, what I'm thinking of, I would just enjoy a regular apple. I really don't need a caramel. I don't really need a caramel with it. But in your case,
well, you don't really.
I really don't.
Don't really need to deep fry an Oreo either.
Yeah,
because
like fuck that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these state fair foods, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like I don't know lah, right? As born in an Asian culture, I think the foods are I prefer simplicity in the what I'm actually eating, but the complexity of the flavor, right? The complexity of the flavor. So like every dish we'll see here has a sort of charm to its simplicity in terms of what you're actually eating, but the complexity of the flavors can get really complex, and that's what makes it really fun. So like, moving on from the laksa, the second one is even more simpler. It's lok, which is basically you're basically dipping a skewer of whatever, like in this case, like fish balls, meatballs, maybe some fillets of chicken or whatever, into boiling hot water or boiling hot broth. And then the guy will give you a cup of broth. You can put it in there, basically like an oden, right? I don't know if you've ever seen oden. Family Mart probably has those if you've ever seen them. It's basically oden, but more street food style. There's literally just a food truck with rolls of different ingredients skewered, and then there's different little holes of broth that's boiling. You just dip it in, let it cook, and you get a cup of broth, which the guy gives you, and you put it in and just eat it on the street. It's so simple.
Oh.
And there are tons of different dips, right? Like let's say there are like the Asian style barbecue sauce with this totally different tasting barbecue sauce, and there's maybe you can get ketchup, you can maybe get chili sauce and stuff like that. Like lok basically means dip, which is what this description says. It's called dip, right? It's very funny.
dip.
But yeah, it's genuinely very simple. You know, like the counterpart to a grill version is satays. And satays are also really classic, very very good. You can find them everywhere. And lok is just the equivalent, but this is just dipped in broth. So it's very simple dish, genuinely. But the flavor, you can make your own flavors with this.
Yeah, I could fuck with that. It looks good. I'm just gonna say, just scrolling through all these pictures, I don't know if it's specifically these pictures that were taken that makes everything look good, but man, if I saw, like I said, if I saw these, right, and I was walking down like a street in Malaysia, and if I saw all these, I would probably get each one. Like legit.
I'm telling you, all so good. When you mentioned that, these pictures, whether they're like extras pretty or not, I personally, I think these pictures are pretty standard. Most places serving this type of dish just looks like this. I think Malaysia
Oh,
just has a
okay.
higher quality of like presentation to how they present the food, because we really enjoy making the food. Like,
Right.
let's say like fast food. Whenever we hear the joke of like, damn, fast food always looks like shit, I'm like, what are you talking about? I never seen fast food here actually look like shit, quote unquote.
In America, it looks pretty often like shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't get it personally. Locally, every, like, let's just say I go to freaking McDonald's, get a McChicken, and it looks pretty good. To be honest, I feel like
Right.
it's properly put together and it looks fine. You know, I've never seen like somebody like, damn, this looks like squished and shit. I'm like, I've never seen that in my life. I don't understand. How the fuck did they fuck that up that bad?
Yeah,
I don't
I've seen some. I've seen some messy orders in my days where, like, even a very common one is like getting just a burger from a fast food place or like a chicken sandwich, and you got either like the fucking ketchup or the mustard or mayo, whatever condiments on there. It's like smeared on the side of the burger and it's like all over, and you're like, how did you miss? How did you miss the burger patty? Like, why? How did you get it everywhere except for the burger? Or like you open it up and there's like a pickle on there's one pickle on the meat, and then there's like 3 pickles on top of the bun, and you're like, what? I've the quality here for fast food isn't that great. You know, obviously the pictures they put up on advertisements and through like drive-through places make it look so much better than it actually is.
Yeah, but that's the funny thing. When I see those pictures, I can genuinely expect something very similar to that every time, consistently.
Well, come to America and then try that out.
Yeah, that's
I'm
why.
gonna tell
that's
you right
why-
now, it's gonna be very different.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. So the next one I would mention, I don't know. You let me know. I think I'll let you take control of this one. You scroll through and see what you're asking. See what you want to talk about.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I want to find out about all of these because I think there's maybe like 1 or 2 that I've heard before. But like I said, all these look really good. Okay, I'm gonna butcher this. Is it Rojak? Rohak?
Okay, here phonetics are very simple. You read what's written. There's no hidden sound.
Okay,
So it's rojak, right?
so Rojak. Okay.
Because
What is
we
this?
are a Malay
What-
first country, most of the namings are based on like simple phonetics. So it's rojak. So rojak in this case
Okay.
is a salad comprising of mixed fruits and vegetables. And the sauces on top, it's either sweet and glazing or savory.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. Did you just say salad and vegetables in one sentence? No. As an American, unacceptable. Next item. That's too healthy. Salad and vegetables? Mm-mm.
The hell? Okay,
No.
you're missing out.
Where's the
telling you.
grease?
No, you're missing
Where's
out.
the grease?
In rojak, is because Malaysia has fruits are fucking everywhere, right? It's so bountiful harvest everywhere.
Right.
It's basically a mix of, let's say, there are cucumbers, there's like slices of onions, there's very nice sauce and peanuts on top. Mangoes are in there.
Looks like yeah, mangoes there too.
Yeah, there's a lot of different types of fruit. Guava, mangoes, maybe watermelon, depends on the place. Nothing specific like, let's say, strawberries don't count, right? Those aren't here. But the very tropical types of fruits are usually found in this type of mix. And for those of
Okay.
you who want a very I won't say it's light because the glaze is quite substantial of a flavor. The glaze is the everything when it comes to this dish. The glaze is everything. The fruits is the base, but the sauce is the main thing you're here for. Because you can just get raw
Okay.
fruits everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? I personally
Yeah,
prefer raw
yeah.
fruits, personally. But a rojak, oh yeah, they also mix with some tofu bean curds and some crunchy bits. I don't know what they are, but a lot of different things. It's actually pretty nice experience to eat this. It's pretty fresh, to be honest. Guaranteed fresh.
I mean, that just looks like. I mean, that's pretty much just like a fruit salad with like a really dank glaze on it, right?
That's it. That's the simplicity of it.
Yeah. I mean, that looks so good. Shit, you know what? I might even try to make this soon because this looks really good.
Yeah, you can try. You can try. I think this recipe is
I'm
probably
gonna-
simple enough for anybody to try it. To be honest.
right. I mean, how hard can it be to cut up fruits and then put a sauce on it?
It depends on whether you have the ingredients to
Right.
make the sauce. I think.
True. Well, I actually do conveniently have a Asian supermarket pretty close to me. Got like a 10-minute drive, but um they sell everything. Like legit, it is an actual grocery store from Asia.
Mm-mm.
It is good. So I'll probably be able to find stuff there.
Yeah.
Um okay, but let's see. What's this next one? Sendal. What's sendal?
It's called chendol. Very simple.
So what the you told me
We don't read the C word
you
like
told
C.
me
We read it as chen, as if it was CH.
oh
We
yeah,
don't
I'm
read it as
Asian
K
fanatic
either.
too. So simple.
Yeah, it's genuinely simple. Genuinely simple. I mean, ask the guys who freaking write Malay back in the day. Okay, don't ask me. I'm Chinese. I don't have the different sense. But the thing is, we have all the languages are fucking compulsory education. So, chendol,
Okay.
right?
Chendol.
Chendol
Okay.
is basically shaved ice with a very bountiful mix of different ingredients on top. So the common ones are usually like condensed milk. There's a caramel. Okay, not the typical caramel, right? Brown sugar. Gula Melaka, quote unquote. Gula Melaka is Malacca produced sugar. That's very
Okay.
distinct flavor. There's a very distinct flavor compared to typical brown sugar or white sugar. And then there's like red beans or kidney beans,
Oh,
depending on the place.
wait. Sorry. One second. When you say shaved ice, are we talking literally just ice blocks that are shaved, or are we talking like an actual ice cream kind
No,
of
it's
ice
typical
cream?
ice blocks that are shaved. They put it in a machine, they
Oh,
screw it on, and it spins while the fucking machine cuts the ice. It's very simple.
oh, that's pretty
Even the
neat.
even the
Okay.
sight, I think for you guys might be pretty fresh. Not gonna lie, because every time I see it being made, they literally make it in front of your face. If it's a street vendor,
Right.
and that's pretty cool. They pour the condensed milk on top. They put all the ingredients like by spoon, one spoon of each ingredient. Maybe they have jelly, maybe they have corn. Depends lah. But chendol is different than that. That one is called ABC. We call that ABC, where it's
What does that stand for?
chendol is a specific flavor. Where it's
Okay.
more the main flavor comes from the gula melaka, the Malaccan
Okay.
sugar.
Right. The thing to make the
ABC
sugar.
is a mix of like syrups, condensed milk, jelly, a lot more sweeter overall, a lot more sweeter.
Wait, is that the one where they have like a rolling thing, and they have it continually rolling, and it's like it's cold, and they just start pouring like different syrups and flavors on it, and then once it's done, they put it up and they start shaving it. Do you know what I'm talking about? I think you know what? I think that might be an Indian food.
Yeah,
I think that
I
might be an
don't
Indian
know what
food.
you're talking about, to be honest. Because
Mm.
we shave the ice first before we put the ingredients here. So
Right, yeah.
chendol is my favorite shave ice dessert here in America. Because in Malaysia, sorry. Obviously here we have like stuff like the Korean style halo halo. We got Filipino style and also like a lot of Korean type snowflake shaved ice, which is very fine shaved ice. You can find a lot of different
Okay.
countries as like desserts here, to be honest. Chendol is the classic.
Okay.
You have to try it. Chendol is so common enough that you just drive past a random hot street. Somebody might be selling chendol on the side of the street. You can literally just drive through and
Okay.
just get it sometimes. But if it's a street stall, like a street market, guarantees chendol will be at least in multiple stores. Guarantee.
Okay. Well, okay. Here's one question that I got for you, because I just kind of thought about this. I wonder if the average sweet thing in Malaysia is more or less sweet than an average sweet thing in America. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, just like a super simple example. You get an ice cream cone, right? You get vanilla ice cream. You know, if you get it here in the States, it's just loaded with sugar, right? Whereas in Malaysia, they might use less sugar and more, milk and stuff like that. So it's not as sweet. Do you think that's the case? Do you think,
I
like, on average, Malaysian foods are less sweet than American stuff? Because, I'm not gonna lie. In America, they just pump sugar and fat into everything. So I'm assuming so,
Okay,
but
I'll use this basis. Recently, me and Apple we tried Five Guys milkshakes. They're fucking really good,
okay.
right? They're expensive as
Oh
fuck
my
here,
god,
but
they're
they're really
so
fucking
good.
really good.
Wait, Did you try the peach one?
We tried. Okay. I tried vanilla milkshake while Apple tried peanut
Okay.
butter and chocolate, which it tasted like a fucking waffle
Wow.
here, fucking nuts. But we didn't go too hard on it because it was the first time, and it is quite pricey here, to be honest. Because I can literally buy like at least 4 fucking packs of chendol for that one milkshake. So I don't know what the heck
Right.
you guys are doing with your pricing over there, but in comparison, let's say using Five Guys milkshakes as a standard, that I would think in terms of sweetness, it's about similar. It's just there's a different
Okay.
complexity with the sweetness of Malaysian desserts.
Okay.
But it is true on average. I think American desserts are sweeter.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, but there's more different. There's a bigger variety of desserts, I think, here that are cheaper. Definitely.
Right. Okay.
Because there are many ways people
see.
put sugar. There's not too many dishes that purely put sugar as the sweetener. We have a lot of cases of condensed milk, maybe red bean paste, or similar stuff like that. There's different sources of
Yeah,
sweetness.
isn't condensed sweet milk used in a lot of different recipes in Malaysia? I feel
Yes.
like that's a pretty common ingredient.
For desserts, condensed milk is very common. For actually savory dishes, it's usually coconut milk, which isn't sweet.
Oh,
Coconut milk is
right.
different.
Well, coconut milk has a little bit of sweetness to it.
Yeah, a
little
light hint
bit.
of sweetness, but the sweetness is really
Yeah.
different compared to like condensed milk, which is very sweet.
Okay. All right. Now explain to me what this number 6, a fried bihun.
Fried bihun is basically stir-fried vermicelli noodles. But the big thing about
okay.
fried bihun is that every single street vendor would put different flavors to it. Depends on what the person does, right? Like, let's say if I was making fried bihun, I'll probably make it more savory because that's my taste. But some people, like you go to a Malay stall, they will usually put more sambal, they put more belacan, which makes it a little spicier. But they could also put like a little sweeter spice to it. Really, a lot of places sell fried bihun is a classic because there's so many ways to make it. And it's very simple. Either they will put shredded chicken, they'll put some little bits of vegetables. To be honest, the simplicity comes with because we're very cheap, right? The protein and the veggies very little only. All right, the main thing is the carbs here. So fried bihun, very simple. And how much does it cost? It costs like you can buy fried bihun at a street vendor for like 1 to 4 ringgit, which is like what, at most $1.
Damn.
Yeah, like you can get that anywhere for like depending on the places, but the average price from what I see for fried bihun, you can definitely get it for $1. You can. It's not that hard.
Man, if I'm spending like almost 200 a week on food, I would be able to eat so much in Malaysia.
Yeah, for real. Like I can, if I want to splurge more, I can eat like what you said, $200, and that's a lot of food for me, to be honest. That's a lot of food.
We're talking about like a week, right?
A single week for me, if I was a regular 3-meal pay myself type of person, even if I go eat
Right.
takeout, like go out and eat, one meal
Right.
outside is probably like I can get a full satisfying meal for about $2.5 American.
Damn.
Yeah, like with a drink
Damn.
potentially, with a drink even like a Chinese tea, a
That's so
simple
nice.
tea. Easy, man. I'm telling you, you want to get a meal here if you just to survive, quote unquote. Simple, easy.
Ooh. Man, that's nice. That's you know what, that's one thing that I'm a little bit jealous about in like in sea countries is that they have these street vendors and stuff and they sell like considerable portion like great tasting food for a really low price. And oh, I'm sure if I lived in Malaysia or something like that, I would get fat within a month, 100%. Because I would just, I would have like, I'd bring over like $1,000, and that $1,000 would just be going straight to food. Like fuck rent, fuck transportation, whatever. Just straight up food. I would eat nonstop.
Yeah,
I'd be the person who'd be waiting for these vendors to set up their stall in the morning just so I could be the first one to get it.
yeah, definitely. But more common than just street vendors, this fried bihun can be found in uh, almost every like simple restaurant. They call them kopi tiam or mama. Mama is the Indian Malay type of restaurant where everywhere they got it, where you can get food like roti canai or dal like curries or nasi biryani, stuff like that. The Chinese equivalent
Okay.
would be kopi tiam, where you go there for like a nice cup of coffee, white coffee, specifically Ipoh Old Town white coffee. That's pretty good. And then they have maybe some eggs with toast, maybe some noodles in the morning. You can definitely get that. It's very common. That's the classic
Wait,
hometown experience.
what's white coffee?
Oh, you never seen white coffee? You have to try white coffee. White coffee is the pride of the type of coffee we take pride in. It's a little sweeter, it's a little more milkier. It's very, very frothy, specifically frothier.
Okay.
It's really good, not gonna lie.
Is it just coffee with a lot of milk and creamer or
No, it doesn't.
what exactly?
I will not say it tastes like latte. Latte is usually when you think of milk coffee, the main combination, right? It's
Right.
more than that. Personally, when I think about it,
Okay.
also epoch white coffee is there's the base of condensed milk as well. Condensed milk, so it's sweeter as well than typical coffee.
Shit, I gotta try that. I gotta put some condensed milk in my coffee because I think that would be
Condensed milk coffee is
pretty
fucking
neat.
amazing, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I've never really thought about that. Huh.
And I don't know if you ever
Okay.
seen videos of
Okay.
how they froth up the whatever drink like coffee or like tea. They do it like this. They pull the tea to aerate it. So like they pour from one mug to one mug. They pour it and pull it like this to aerate the drink.
Oh,
So if it's a Malay style tea, it's called teh tarik because pulling means tarik in Malay. Or if it's white coffee, which they also
okay.
do this, which makes it why they are very frothy, why it's so creamy, why it's so milky. You go any fucking place,
Oh,
they probably will serve this. It's fucking amazing.
okay. I'll have to try that. I'll have to try that for sure.
Yeah. So like right just now is
Okay.
bihun. The next one would be char kway teow. Char kway teow is the flat rice noodles. It's very similar. Every single stall has different ways of cooking it. Char kway teow, to me, I love char kway teow. It's fucking amazing. I prefer flat rice noodles
that like-
over thin ones.
Is that like the Chinese chow fun noodle? Is that similar?
Chao fan would, depending on the noodle. I think chao fan just means fried noodle. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Char
Okay,
kway
'cause I've-
kway teow means
I've
the
definitely-
flat noodles that you see here. Kway teow is the flat noodle type.
Okay. Yeah, because I've definitely had something similar to this, with like those super wide like thick noodles. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Those big noodles.
I don't know. I don't know what the experience is like when it comes to the American experience for this type of dish. But especially here in Malaysia, I'm telling you, you can find pretty good options because the protein is, to me, the protein and the sauce that they use to stir fry the thing, especially they stir fry in a wok, right, is the determining factor of what it feels like to eat. Here they will put like cockles, they put like chicken breast or something like chicken breast usually.
Wait, they'll put what?
Cockles is like the type of seafood, something similar to clams.
Oh, okay.
I-
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, you can search it up. It's a different type of shellfish as well. Yeah, shellfish. I like it a lot, to be honest. It's fucking amazing, and you can even level it up. Char kway teow. In the middle of the bowl of a plate of noodles, you put a raw fucking egg in the middle. When you mix it up,
Ooh.
it's extra creamy. It's extra more flavor comes out, and the fucking noodles start glistening like fucking amazing.
Oh, that sounds so good.
It does. It's so fucking good. Char kway teow is already good. They add one fucking egg and it's fucking amazing. Like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. It's Asian food is so simple but complex at the same time. You can't go anywhere wrong with this, to be honest. It's fucking nuts.
Well, speaking of complex dishes, this next one, nasi lemak. I've never had it, but you know, I've seen the Uncle Roger video where he does the nasi lemak, and I mean that shit just looks good, but it's so many things, right? Like, how would you explain it?
You say it's so many things. I think this is little. This is not a lot. This thing I eat.
This
I will
is little.
eat this. I will eat this, and I'm like, fuck, I need more. It's not a lot. Okay. The main component of this dish is the coconut milk flavored rice. The rice is steam cooked with coconut milk instead of water. So the rice is extra flavorful. And adding that, depending on what spice, what sauces they have, here they have sambal and obviously curry chicken. They put it on, the rice will soak those juices and it fucking tastes amazing. And depending on the place, you can even mix that with like Indian curries on top. It's like, ooh, it's fucking amazing, bro.
So is nasi lemak pretty much just like the main thing is that coconut flavor infused rice, and then you can just put kind of whatever else you want around it, right?
Well, I wouldn't call whatever.
Or is it like?
But yes, this is typically the ingredients you see. There's always like there's always peanuts at the side, roasted peanuts. I think those are called like dried sardines. I don't remember if that's exactly what fish they are. There's obviously like some cucumbers, and the egg usually is a half an egg. You can ask for more, and the chicken is obviously need to pay for more for that. Typically, you can get nasi lemak again for $1 or less for a simple packet with a half an egg, the rice, the chili sauce, the sambal, and the nuts and the sardines. That's it.
Okay.
For less than $1.
Those 5 things are like the main ingredients that you see in every
single
version
nasi
of
lemak
nasi
has
lemak,
those.
right?
Yes.
Okay. And then you could add a few.
You can add more side dishes,
like the variation of the chicken or the curry, and like you can switch it up a little bit. But mainly, it's that combination of the coconut rice, the roasted almonds, the sambal, the
peanuts. They're not almonds.
Sorry, peanuts. My bad.
Almonds would be so expensive, bros.
The egg, and then what was it? Like that.
Either it's dried anchovies or is it dried?
Oh, dried anchovies, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but those 5 are like in every nasi lemak.
Yeah, guaranteed, pretty much.
Okay.
Nasi lemak pretty much stand for fatty rice. So it's pretty much cooked in fat, right? Coconut fat. Okay. That's what it means for. So the other additions you can add, like here it is curry chicken. You can obviously add fried chicken. Right. You can obviously add tandoori chicken. You can obviously add dried curry mutton or like curry beef. So many fucking variations. I'm telling you, this thing is nuts. Nasi lemak is the
Man, I'm starting to get
simplest, bro.
hungry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, what is this number 12? What's Ted Tariq?
Teh tarik. I told you about this one, right? Just now, where the Mama Kopitiam experience is it's similar to like what was it, Thai tea, or like, you know, the Indian tea, you know, the joke in like fucking Spider-Verse and shit, right? The red tea, or is it like, you know what's it, like Egyptian tea? I don't remember what it's called. Chai tea, something similar like that one.
Okay.
The flavors like that, right? Flavors similar to that. Obviously, I think it's sweeter, but they pull to aerate the tea. This is called teh tarik. It's pull tea.
So it's pretty much just it's just frothy tea, right?
Yeah, it's sweet.
Basically,
it's really, really comforting to drink, especially if it's drink it hot. It's so simple, genuinely, but it's fucking amazing. Every person I've met has never ever said they never liked teh tarik ever. I'm telling you, it's like a milk tea. It's like milk tea, practically speaking.
Okay.
But the texture
Let's try
is
that too.
slightly different. Yeah. You should try this one. This thing can be found everywhere. There are even like freeze-dried packet versions. You can make them at home as well.
Right. You find that pretty much every place that sells the fried bihun, right?
Fried bihun, roti canai, nasi lemak, every type of those places, guarantee teh tarik is an option. Guaranteed.
Okay.
And if you're like, oh, let me get a souvenir, you can actually get this off the supermarket for packet versions. You know, like dried coffee and stuff like that.
Okay. Are those good though? Like the packet versions?
They're actually pretty
is it
similar.
Always better off?
The only thing that is lesser is the frothiness, but even then, the packet versions are quite frothy actually. I don't know how the fuck they do it. The fucking big brain science.
Well,
there.
you know, it's packaged. You know, so.
Yeah, even the white coffee is available in that form as well.
Onto this next one. Number 14.
Number 14.
Durian.
Durians.
Durian.
Durian's correct. Durian's correct. Have you seen this fruit?
So I'm aware of what this is. Pretty much this is the fruit that supposedly tastes and smells like ass.
Oh, no, taste maybe not. I think taste is divisive. It's a polarizing fruit.
Okay.
It's a polarizing fruit.
Okay.
Either you like me in my case, or I don't know if Apple agrees. Apple, I think she likes raw durian but doesn't like processed food with durian flavors. I just plain don't like durian because I can't handle the smell. The smell is pungent.
Yeah, isn't.
But the taste supposedly is really good. No, you need to experience it to know how bad it is. Some people actually like it. Right?
Oh man!
But durian has a very distinct smell. I just can't stomach it.
I don't know if you caught it, but do you remember Pomu actually made a pizza with durian as a topping on it? And I'm pretty sure she puked a little bit during the stream because she couldn't handle the smell.
Yeah.
And the worst part was she put it in the oven and cooked the pizza and didn't consider the fact that if you're cooking durian, the smell of it is gonna go everywhere.
Yes.
So her whole apartment smelled like durian.
Yes.
She had to open up the windows, and like neighbors called and they're like, "Yo, what the fuck? It smells so bad."
Yeah. It's very hard to explain what durian smells like. You have to smell it to know.
Right.
But from people who like durian, they genuinely really enjoy durian. I actually think durian raw is better. Don't cook the durian. If you want to eat like durian processed foods, go buy it. There's a lot of them. So they probably taste pretty fine. There's durian ice cream, there's durian pizza, there's durian ramen. It's fucking nuts. I don't know why the fuck there's a durian ramen. They cook the ramen, put it in the durian, the fucking thing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But
Well, okay. So the smell is bad, but like, how could you've had it before, right? You've had it.
yeah, I had it before.
How is it? How would you describe the taste to an American like me?
It's very hard for me to tell you properly because obviously I'm on the side of I don't like it to begin with. But if you ask somebody who likes it, they
Right.
might give a different thought. It's very very creamy in a very like it's like an easier to bite mango-ish, right? Mangoes are chewy, right?
Okay.
This isn't very chewy in that sense.
Right.
Like it's like eating a pizza cheese, you know, that type of like stringiness to it. There's a sense of that. It is faintly sweet. It's very complex of a flavor. I genuinely can't really explain. It's so unique. You have to try it to have
So
an
it's just
opinion. To be
it's
honest,
just a unique flavor. Okay.
yeah. The texture is the distinct thing about it, I think. And obviously the smell.
Is the texture hard to swallow, or is it just?
I think
just
it's pretty
different?
easy to swallow. To be honest,
Okay.
it's very soft, very very. It's not juicy. It's not juicy in the sense that it has a lot of water. Yeah, that's how I would say it. Like it's like eating.
I mean,
It's too hard to fucking describe for a guy that doesn't enjoy eating this thing.
I'll probably. I mean, that's something that I want to do in life is at least try a durian, right? I don't know about trying like a packaged durian that I order or something. It's probably not as good as actual like fresh durian fruit.
You can definitely find fresh durian on a street vendor, a street stall, and just have them
Right.
open it for you right then and there. It's very common.
Okay.
Very common.
Yeah, I want to try that one day because, I mean, I always hear things about it that, you know, obviously that it smells like shit, but as you said, some people do like the taste of it, some people don't. I mean, it's the same thing with natto, right?
Yeah.
The fermented beans,
That one I
right? Not
definitely
everybody
tried.
likes it. Some people like it, some people don't, but yeah, you know, it's just something you gotta try at least.
I think the similar to what you said with natto, I think this is a food where if you give a chance to it, you might end up liking it. So do try it.
Right.
Oh, number 15 is my fucking favorite noodle dish here, man.
Yeah, what is this?
This is called Hokkien mee.
Hokkien mee.
Hokkien mee is a very, very savory type of noodle dish. It's stir fried, it's savory. They use a lot of different sauces for it, but mainly the main flavor you get out of it is a salty, savory, but a slight sweetness to it. Very, very fucking good. If you go to a region like Penang here in Malaysia, they will distinctify Hokkien mee as a different thing. But generally, in the entirety of Malaysia, Hokkien mee looks like this, and it's really fucking good. The noodle is very simple. It's just this type of thick cut noodles,
Right.
and they usually would
I'm
have
assuming
some.
the flavor of the dish is like the sauce that it comes with.
Yeah. It's braised in soy sauce for best flavors. Yes, that's what it does, and you can really distinctively taste the wok hay, you know, the breath of wok, as Uncle
Yeah,
Roger would
right.
say. It's fucking amazing. I love this dish so much. Okay, and it's really not complex.
Okay.
The veggies you get is like usually cabbage, and the meat you usually get is either like chicken or pork. It's just that. It's very simple. It's fucking amazing. To be
Okay.
honest. I don't know. It's some places.
I mean,
some places
yeah,
even more specially, they cook it with charcoal stoves.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Get a little bit of that smokiness in there.
Yeah. For real.
Okay. Okay, what is this one? Number 18. Otak?
18 is fucking amazing. It's so simple to eat.
What is this?
All right.
Let me just say that this picture that we're looking at, it looks super unappetizing. It just looks like somebody took like a big ass leaf from a tree, rolled it up, and then just burnt it and said, "Here, there's this is food."
All right, otak otak is very very. It smells amazing. For one, when they're roasting and grilling this
Okay.
thing, it's fucking amazing. So what is
Okay.
otak otak? Otak basically means brain, which is funny because I wouldn't say it like that. It's basically a fish cake wrapped in banana leaves.
Okay.
So like they make the fish cake
Ah.
paste, right? They put it in the banana leaf and
Right.
roll it up. So they stick it with 2 toothpicks
Okay.
and then they put a whole row of them on the grill, on the satay grill,
Okay.
and they just roast it. The main thing is that this fish cake paste has a lot of great seasoning, a lot of great herbs, and it's infused with coconut milk.
Oh, once again, coconut.
Yes, it's the one of the most common like things that make flavors even more dense. Ota ota is fucking amazing,
Right.
and you can get like every single like one, like here you have like 12 or something. One is like 1 ringgit usually. So I personally really enjoy this. I will get like 5 ringgit of ota ota. I can have like 5 pieces of fish cakes to just eat. It's fucking amazing. It's so easy.
Well, okay. Let me ask. Does wrapping it and grilling it in the banana leaf actually do anything, or is that just more for like presentation wise?
For what I believe, a lot of Asian foods are not pure presentation because banana leaves are very accessible. And like, why the heck would you go out of your way to use it? Banana leaves do infuse some flavor to the dish, especially when it's cooked. Like let's say right, you go to this place called a Mama, where it's an Indian Malay restaurant, right? They often than not would serve their nasi biryani or nasi kandar or nasi lemak maybe on a banana leaf. They would, before they serve it to you, if it's a fucking quality place, right? They would like lightly char it, like lightly heat it up, let the oils of the banana leaf come through, and then they infuse a different scent to the food, different flavor. It's like smoking, you know. It just makes the food have a different like overall scent to it that deepens the flavor. Same thing with banana leaves.
So the banana leaf is actually like it does something.
Yeah, it does something. Yeah.
It's not just for presentation.
It's not just for presentation. It depends on the place, lah, right? But most cases, I believe it does add flavor to it. To be honest.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't think I've ever had banana leaf in, like, I've never cooked with it before. I've never eaten a dish that had banana leaf. But then again, I'm assuming it's probably not that common here. But yeah, and like you were saying, in Malaysia, it's probably in several dishes that they use it.
It's in quite a lot of dishes, to be honest. You know, there are a few dishes that they didn't show here, which I might just mention for you later, because those are also pretty unique.
Okay.
But you know, any more? There's only like 2 more. Roasted chicken rice is fucking amazing. I don't know if you tried like Malaysian style roasted chicken rice.
I mean, that's just roasted chicken on rice, but I'm assuming the seasonings that you guys use are better, probably.
Better or not depends on your taste, right? So roasted chicken rice is one of the most common Chinese dishes here in Malaysia. Every fucking place, more than likely or not, has chicken rice. Now there are usually 3 different types of chicken rice. Either it's fried chicken, roasted chicken, or just steamed chicken. All of them are fucking amazing.
Okay.
Mainly, it comes from the sauce that they drizzle on top of the chicken, which is a mix of soy sauce, different oils, and like flavors. And then the rice, you have to get the oil rice because they cook it in chicken broth and different seasonings. Like maybe it's got some lemongrass in there, got some pandan, some ginger. The rice with the sauce and the chicken, and maybe you like drizzle the rice a bit with the soup that they give you. Ooh, it's so good. And if you just want some extra spice, they usually have like a nice little dish of like chili sauce, different than you're thinking. A chili sauce that's a little more watery. It's pretty good. I think it's like has minced chilies, a little bit of ginger, some water, obviously some more seasonings that I don't know the ingredients, but the mix is fucking amazing. And in a
Okay.
lot
Yeah.
of chicken rice
Because
places, well, to be fair, you can slowly experience it if you ever come to Malaysia. I don't think overloading you with all of this right now is necessary because there's over 50 fucking foods that we can go through, but we're not gonna do that. It's
yeah,
fair.
I mean, honestly, I'm probably just gonna try everything that I encounter, anyways. Like, I'll take mental notes about which ones I should look out for, but I'll probably just end up just trying every single food.
Yeah,
Just to try it.
yeah. 100%. Fuck! I gotta have to eat lunch after this. Gotta.
Man, I want to eat, but it's like 2 in the morning for me, and I shouldn't eat at this hour.
True. Had to go to sleep
Oh,
so you can get food tomorrow.
fuck, you're right. But then I'm gonna be like, what kind of boring ass American food can I go eat? And I'm just gonna be constantly thinking about like these Malaysian dishes we were checking out. I'll be like, damn, I want some of that.
Quote unquote
Because
brainwashing an
I don't even.
American to like Malaysian food. Totally the
I mean,
subtitle.
pretty much.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna be sad though, because like I'm pretty sure there's no really like Malaysian places near where I am. I'll
Yeah.
probably have to look.
I do agree. I think Malaysian food deserves to be spread out more into the world. Still not very common to be honest, because I think there's just too many specialists. There's too many specialty foods in Malaysia to properly be like you can experience the entirety of Malaysia outside of the region. Because like also because Malaysia is such a hodgepodge of different cultures that you can technically find similar foods in every region, but they're just slightly different. They're just not the same, you know. So authentically, you have to come here eventually, or maybe Singapore. You know,
I know. I will.
something
I will
similar.
have to. Um. Yeah. Actually, there is one Malaysian restaurant kind of near me. Let's see. On their menu, they got nasi lemak.
Guaranteed.
They got nasi kuning.
Nasi kuning is interesting.
Char kway teow.
Yes, char kway teow is nice.
Penang har mee.
Yeah, har mee is the Hokkien mee I just told you in the regional variant one. Yeah,
Oh, they got mee goreng.
mee goreng is an
Okay.
easy classic. Yeah.
Oh, and they got Assam laksa.
Oh, Assam laksa is
Okay.
fucking good. Yes. I feel like everything you're gonna say, I'd be like, it's so good, and then you're like, which one am I fucking picking? I don't know.
Shit, I'm probably just gonna go to this restaurant and get like 5 different things and then just bring them all back. Yeah, most of these other dishes that they have here are pretty simple stuff. Just like cumin lamb, ginger chicken. Oh, they got Hainanese chicken.
Hainanese chicken is good. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think those are add-ons
most of the
to
stuff-
if you're gonna try nasi lemak, you have to. I think like ayam kunyit is definitely an addition you should add as one of the choices.
Right.
Because those are what you're listing right now are pretty much side dishes to whatever you're eating.
Oh, they do have chendol.
You gotta try it. You gotta try it.
They do have that. Ooh. Okay. You know what? I think I might have to stop by this place tomorrow. What time do they open? 12 p.m. Bruh, I don't know if I can wait that long. You kidding me?
What do you mean? It's just normal lunchtime hours.
Unacceptable. I want Malaysian food for breakfast.
Too bad, too bad. You know one thing you can do is go there, you take away a nasi lemak and then cook it in the morning. That's the best thing I tell you. That's pretty authentic to the Malaysian experience because we do that a lot, to be
That,
honest.
you know what? That's actually not that bad of an idea. I might do that.
Specifically, get nasi lemak with some kind of curry meat. All right, specifically that. That
Okay.
one's best when you cook
Okay.
it the next day because the flavors soak even deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that flavor infusion.
Get that umami, you know.
The umami.
Yeah, bro, you want that umami. But yeah,
Why you gotta say it weird like that?
because it's funnier. Oh man. So I think that's pretty much it for this episode. I think I had quite a bit of fun. You go and experience that Malaysian food and tell me what it's like, all right, Boner? And if I
No,
ever
I appreciate I appreciate that you kind of gave me a little bit more insight into some of these dishes. You know, like I said, I'm gonna make sure to keep these in mind. I'll probably, try some local Malaysian place here, but absolutely, if I do ever go to Malaysia, I will have to like try it from like the street vendors because that's where the good shit's at.
that's I it's funny when you say it like that, and it makes me think like street vendors are the gateway place to try everything. But a lot of restaurants probably have even better options. Just street vendors are
Oh,
pretty good, not gonna lie. But I think we can take pride in our restaurants as well. So it's funny how you say it. Malaysia has so much pride with their food. I don't even cook as a business, but I'm like, Malaysian food is so good. You have to try it, you know?
okay.
Yeah. So
I mean, the quality of the street vendors can't be that much worse than like a restaurant, right?
restaurants can get better. They source the ingredients much better. I think that's
Right, but is it night and day difference, or is it just kind of like it's a little bit better? You can tell the ingredients might be a little bit fresher.
All right. Okay. Let's take it like this. Street vendors are practically speaking what restaurants have, but they bring it all into get to the same place. If you go to like
Okay.
a little more upper level restaurant, like you go to Kuala Lumpur specifically, you go to those like Instagrammable type of places, they will level up more than that because the presentation will be higher, the food ingredients will be much higher, the skill of the chefs are much higher. But street vendors is the simple gateway of what Malaysian food is. Simple. They probably
Right.
won't have the complex stuff. Like you're not gonna find Hainanese chicken rice commonly in street stalls. But restaurants,
Right.
every restaurant do it. Roti canai, maybe a street vendor might have, but that's not as common as I give it credit for. Usually the things that you'll find are like those like apam balik, cendol, some ayam goreng or stuff like that. Stuff like that are more common in street vendors. So I think it's the options that is more common. The bigger difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to know. It's good to know.
Yeah. As long as you're okay, easy to spot what restaurants are good if you're walking around in Malaysia. You'd be like lunchtime. If there's a lot of people there lining up to take out, you know that shit's good. Guaranteed.
right,
Guaranteed. Because like let's say
That's why there's a lot of people because it's good, right?
yeah. Like one place near my old workplace, one of my old workplaces, this chicken rice place. I go there, it's so hard to find a seat. But there's also a line to take out the chicken rice at the same time. Like, okay, this place is really fucking good. But sometimes you also shouldn't like some places are quiet, but they also have some pretty decent food. I think the overall level of standard for food is pretty high. So anywhere should be fine for you.
Okay.
Just that you know where it's gonna pop off if you just take a look.
Right. Okay. Yeah, thank you for enlightening me about these different Malaysian foods. I always like talking about food just because, like I said, I'm a huge foodie myself. I just love, you know, just flavors. Like you've seen Shokugeki, right?
Mm.
I love that anime, bro. Just because there's so much food there and they just make it look so good. Um, like that's one of my favorite shows, just because of the food. Not even the story or whatever happens or the competition. I was just there for the food, man.
Yeah, true. Like when I was younger, I would read
Yeah.
this cooking manga called Mr. Ajiko, which means like Mr. Flavor Child, something like that, right? I was like, ooh, and
Okay.
that's a manga that was illustrated, I think, in the 80s or 90s maximum. And it makes me like, ooh, that's how you cook. Oh my god, that's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, yeah. Cooking manga is fucking underrated, man. I'm telling you.
Okay. That one specifically?
No, that one's my gateway to cooking manga. But Shokugeki is the popular one, you know, the popular
Right,
one.
right.
Like recently, I found
popular.
I found a manga called How to Grill Our Love, where every single chapter, they cook a fresh dish. Every single chapter that is also
Okay.
related to the A plot of like these two freshly like wedded, like newly wedded couple, and how they like become closer thanks to the moments in life and the food that they have. It's a it's
Mm.
very fresh for me. Like, I enjoy this type of story.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's episode of Too Much Free Time FM. If y'all enjoy the content, make sure to like, subscribe, and give us a rating on the podcast platform, which we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever. And my name is Snivy, and our guest.
Boner. Hi.
Yeah.
All right. I guess bye.
All right. Thanks all for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.